everybody, Stefan here from EDC Austria, and today we are talking about the Ganzo 7511, which is a nice flipper. Also you can open it via thumb studs. You may know Ganzo, they are a pretty well-known brand. At first they made Chinese domestic knives, which most of us have never seen, because they are non-locking and there really wasn't a market for it here, because after Chinese knife laws you can't carry any locked knife. Then they started coming out with pretty one-to-one copies of knives like the Red One and a bunch of Benchmade knives. Later on, like this here, they made a bit more of an effort to distinguish themselves, even though this knife itself is similar to a ProTech, and it also has the axis lock. And now finally we have arrived at a point where they are doing their own stuff. Although some people say this knife is very similar to the zero tolerance 0606, but yeah, I mean, to most knives you can find a similar knife, and at some point you gotta let it rest. I have two different models of this knife. I mean, not different models, just different colors. There's also an orange one available. This here comes in a nice 3.54 inch or 9 centimeter blade. It's made out of 440C steel, which I'm dubious about, because why would they have 440C steel in China? It's been tested though, and their steel fares pretty well, so I think it's maybe the Chinese equivalent to 440 steel. But why should they import 440 steel to China? Doesn't make a lot of sense. You have a nice G10 handle, also a nice backspacer here out of G10 too. Oh yeah, like I previously said, you also have some studs with which to open it very nicely. Then we can look at the underside. You see here that liner grabs very well, so it's at 100%, which is nice, but still at the beginning it's a solid build, although it's a bit milled out in the middle, although it's just holes. It's not anything I need to show you. The pocket clip you can mount on both sides. You have this nice anodized blue Torx holes, although they are usually held by Loctite, so you might need to heat them up if you want to do something with it. It's a very nice blade. The total length of the knife is 8.39 inches or 21.3 centimeters. It's in hand very comfortably, and you land with your thumb right on the jimping, which is nice. Gives you very good control over whatever you are intending to cut. It is indeed for a $14 knife. It has immensely good action. It's unbelievable these days what they can do for 14 euro or dollar, plus a tiny bit for shipment. They have it currently on Gearbest, but only this one and the orange one. I think the black one is out of stock. You may find it still at some other Chinese companies. I don't know how that works over there. It is marked as Ganzo, although it has the Firebird label on it, because the new ones say designed by Firebird, made by Ganzo. And even though this is a new one, it still comes in the old Ganzo box, but you get the new baggie, which has the Firebird logo on one side and the Ganzo logo on the other. So this must have been during a phase where they were still using their old cases or boxes rather, because it's strange on Gearbest this is listed as the G7511, although on the Ganzo website it's listed as the F7511. F would be the new designation for all the Firebird products. Like this one here. This will be reviewed at another time, but this one here says Firebird on it, and it just says made by Ganzo. This is the 7563. Not very smooth yet, but I haven't played with this one a lot. This is their cheapest ball bearing knife. They also have a bit more expensive one, the 7522, to which will come at another time. I wanted to make this a pretty short review, as most of you know Ganzo knives pretty well. I just wanted to show this to you so that you don't, if you wanna try a ball bearing knife and don't wanna invest heavily, you can go with a $13 or euro Ganzo knife. So the weight is 147.8 gram, which is 5.22 ounces. So not the lightest knife around, but still, if you have halfway decent pants on, it won't drag them down. But really, for 13 euro or dollar, you can't really go wrong. It has no hot spots that I've found. I've used especially the other one quite a bit in cutting down cardboard and so on, and even heavier stuff. And this is a very usable knife, and the ball bearings work amazingly well, although the 7522, which I'll show you soon, is even better made. Now for the size comparisons. Here's a comparison to the Inkosi, which is the same size as the Sebenza, and they're pretty much the same size. Same as Ganzos are always usually the same size. If I take the one I showed you earlier and we compare the size, you'll see they are pretty much the same length. Here we have the Injection 3.0, which has a 3-inch blade, and you see, compared to this Ganzo, it's a bit tinier. So even though this lies pretty well in the hand too, the Ganzo is a bit bigger. Here we have a red one. I had a review out of this, but it was demonetized for some reason, so I have to do this one again. It is a bit, well, actually it's also pretty much the same size. Sorry, I haven't done a video in over a week for this channel and I'm a bit out of practice. And finally we have a Benchmade 550-1, also exactly the same size, just the handle of the Ganzo is a tiny bit longer. So I don't know, did I choose two similar ones, or is it just such a standard length that I couldn't find anything different, because most of my knives are in the 3.5 to 3.7 inch range. Okay, I hope this was fun for you. Now come the cut tests, but I say bye bye already. If you liked it, please like it. If you want to see more videos of this kind, please subscribe and stay till the end, because there will be a preview. And please comment if you have anything to say. Bye bye. Okay, here we go with the cutting. It is really sharp, but I usually find myself having problems with the structure of the paper itself. It never holds well enough so that I can get all the way through. It's not the knife's fault, I just don't seem to have the right paper for paper cutting, or I can't do it that well. I need to make tinier pieces so that it doesn't look as bad. But rest assured, it cuts very well. A lot better than I make it seem here, but you see, every time I cut something, it cuts without ripping it. Very nice knife, especially for that price, of course. And now we have a bit of cardboard to cut. This is a regular Amazon box, which is mostly what I cut all day. A lot of big packages too. Okay, that's it for now, and please stay tuned for the coming attractions. Thanks, bye bye. Of course, if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, and if you want, leave a comment. Bye bye. Hi, so here's only one of my spinning tops. This is the rose gold one. It's a forever spinning top. I have 7 of them, and I want to show you how this works, how much they cost, how well they are made. So this will be an upcoming video. And also this light here, this is a 14500 battery light, so that's a AA size, but it's 1400 lumen, which is in that size really unheard of, because at that size you normally get 600 at the most. But this is an extremely well built light, and this will also come up in a review very soon.